Allah says in the Quran, wealth must not get stuck only among the rich. This is the principle Allah gave us when it comes to the circulation or distribution of wealth. And what we see in our society today is the complete polar opposite of this principle, where we have a society, a culture of the elite and 1% on the one side, and the rest of the society, rest of the people, humanity on the other side. Allah doesn't Allah doesn't designed or like such culture or such society or such places where equality doesn't exist, where the rich gets to do whatever they want and they get away with whatever they want, while on the other side there is this honest man or a woman who is working harder but feeling poorer, who are not even working harder, literally working two jobs in a single day just to meet their end meets and needs. And this is not an abstract idea I'm talking about. Just look around. Look around where in the same city you have some people who are extremely wealthy, rich. And I'm not jealous of anyone's wealth. I'm not jealous of anyone's wealth just because someone is rich, so they shouldn't be rich. No, Allah doesn't says in the Quran that people shouldn't get rich. Allah says that everyone should get an opportunity to be rich. These are the principles, not the exact verses which Allah says. Allah wants everyone to get equal opportunity to grow, to thrive, to do something, to make something, to be wealthy. Not just few people in the society. There are few people who just hold billions and trillions of dollars, and then there is another person who is living in the same city, but they are not even they are having difficulty to pay rents and to get food on the table. Same city, not even two separate worlds, same city. How does that happen? How does that add up? It adds up when you see people or society that don't follow the principle of circulating the wealth among all of people. They want to hoard wealth, they want to concentrate wealth to few families or few people, a few elite societies or the 1%, while the rest of the people are just livestock. This is what Allah warned us again about in the Quran. Just take the example of a workplace where the salary, the person who is working honestly, the person who is working honestly, be it a man or a woman, they're working honestly, they're putting in efforts, but their salaries remain stagnant. On the other side, in that same office, in that same company, you see the executives holding the wealth. This guy is not able to buy a car and forced to come from a subway which is overcrowded And the person who is sitting in their office not doing anything gets to come in an Aston Martin or a Maybach or something like that. Now, again, let me remind you, I am not against or I'm not jealous because of someone who is riding on a Martin or a Maybach. I'm not jealous of anyone, but everyone should get a chance to buy a Martin, to buy a Maybach, to send their kids to good schools and colleges, to eat good food, to live in nice neighborhood, nice houses. Sorry, everyone should get equal opportunity to do that, not just few people. Everyone, everyone. Then you can take another example of businesses where these few of the businesses who have monopolies in the market, they get to do whatever they want. While on the other hand, the small business owner is struggling. Why? Because he is not able to give the product in the prices which the big company is giving. And of course, they won't be able to give that. Of course, they won't be able to give you, I don't know, any product for $5 when their own costing is $7 or $8. How will they give you it for it? How will they give you it for $5? While on the other hand, these companies who have monopolized the market, they can do that. They can do that for, I don't know, $3, 50 cent, $4. That's inequality. Government is another example, and I would say a very big example. I'm not just another guy on web uh, talking against governments. I don't care about governments at all, but I do care about justice. And when government starts serving the elites, the people who funded their campaigns of the winning party, and the people who will get to get some contracts from the government and all those stuff, and that's going against the principle which Allah gave of equal opportunity. Government contracts are not supposed to just go to some few friends or elites or people who funded the election campaign of the winning party. There is a system called bidding where everyone gets to bid for the contract, not just someone who has connections. Communities is an example. When an entire community becomes such what I've described you, then inequality grows. In the same neighborhood, you have this big house, and in the same neighborhood, you have another house, small house. The people who are burning wood to make food, while on the other hand, you have this big and grand house. Again, nothing against the grandness of that house, but what I'm trying to get at, when inequality grows in a society, you get to see these things. Resentment grows, trust disappears, people don't trust each other. Anger grows, frustration grows in society. I've seen people, and I'm not just talking about the third world country, I'm talking about New York City, folks. I've seen people working harder. I can't even. I think I won't be able to work even 20% of what they work compared to the efforts they are putting. And I feel so sorry for those people, that these people who are working so harder, they're feeling poorer. The salary doesn't comes, tax goes away, rents go away, college debts go away. Whatever little is left is for the groceries. And if in that entire month they get sick, and medicines. I mean, people are literally flying from America to Turkey to get surgeries done, because surgeries are costing less in Turkey than America. People literally flying from America to Turkey. That's the condition of the healthcare. Is health supposed to be that expensive? And majority of the doctors in the first world countries comes from the third world country. They don't get that big chunk of the money. Then where is the money going? And and let's talk about the global effects of these things. When the principle of circulation of wealth equally is not applied, is not practiced, is not teached, is not preached, what happens on a global level? When international cooperation gets to exploit poorer nation, you have these big international corporations. What will they do? They'll exploit the entire nation. They'll do that because they have money and the nation is poor. They lend the money on the extremely high interest rate, and they gets to decide what policy will be introduced, how much taxes will be raised, how many new taxes will be introduced. And now the entire nation is in debt for 50, 60, 70, 80 years. People are working harder. The economy is already down. But this international corporation gets to get interest on their money. Debt traps enslave entire countries, like I said. Wealth concentration is in the hands of few nations. You don't just see wealth in the hand of few people in a country or in a city, but on the global level, you see few countries who have all the wealth they want. It's what I'm talking about, the first world country. We have this culture of not global unity and global equality, but we have something called first world country and the third world country. Is that how humanity is supposed to be? First world people, third world people. I'm not talking about socialism. I don't talk about socialism, communalism, communist, or any kind of things. What I'm trying to preach is the principles that Allah gave us. And Allah told us that wealth should not just circulate in the hands of rich. Everyone should get the equal opportunity to earn money, to get wealthy, to get a better life, to send their kids to a better school, better colleges, to live in nice houses, to drive a Martin or a Maybach. Everyone should get an opportunity to do that, not just few people. And when we ignore this principle, then we see what we see in our society today: corruption, wars, genocide in the name of national security. The US started a war against Iran while I'm recording this video. I've got this news. This is not a confirmed news, but that's not an abstract idea even. That the Pentagon has got $1 trillion funding. Then Donald Trump asked for 500 more billions. Now he's asking for more money. And all these money which the Pentagon is getting from the taxpayers' money, is going into private companies' contract. Why would they ever want the wars to end when they are earning money because of the war? Who is funding for the war? You people. Not directly, not willingly, but you are stuck. The system won't let you get the opportunity to become wealthy. Rather, what they will do is steal your money in the name of taxes, and then start the war in the third world country for national security. Haven't we have enough from this propaganda? I mean, has the world not gotten enough from this propaganda? Are there still people? Yeah, there are still people who believe in this propaganda. Humanity needs to rise up, to wake up. They needs to wake up. We have to get united under the book of God, the principles which He gave us. And the principles are not only for Muslims, they are for entire humanity, for everyone, for everyone. When Allah talks about circulating the wealth equally, equal opportunity for everyone, that everyone doesn't mean everyone in the Muslim community, but everyone for in the entire humanity. Humanity.